Well, if you're going to knock off the two-time defending CHA champs, you got a pretty good sense you're going to take a pretty big punch in the third period. And I give RIT a ton of credit for their competitiveness. They've got a world-class coaching staff, great people running that program, and they gave us everything we could handle in the third period. I'm extremely proud of our team for their response, especially after the timeout in the third period. It took a tremendous amount of poise to kind of hit the reset button and right the ship. And they did an outstanding job, and it feels really good to close out the series, and I'm really proud of this program for moving on to the CHA Final Four.
Always tough to close out a series and end another team's season. Usually the hardest period of hockey to play is that last one. Was that kind of the focus in between the second and third periods for you guys?
The focus was process. We did some things well during the second period, but it wasn't a consistent second period for us. There was another level to get to in terms of consistency, and that's what we were looking for in the third period. We took a pretty big punch from RIT early, and then we settled down with about 8 minutes left, and we got some really good consistency from there.
You talked about the start yesterday a little, how you're pleased by it. How do you think today's start compared?
Another really good start today, in some ways even better. It was really poised, it was really focused, it was really disciplined. We had the early goal, which was great, and we had a bunch of other chances early in the first period too. It was a very business-like first period for us.
And what did you think of Hannah Arizman's play? I know she gave up 2 goals, 2 more than Celine last night, but one of them was a deflection that she probably didn't have a chance of stopping. How do you think she responded after those 2 goals?
She did great. You had to expect a lot of traffic in the third period. She made some big saves for us in the second period. Again, she put us in a position where we had the opportunity to go up 3-0, and I just told the team right now, one of my favorite moments is their kind of hers and Celine's flying chest bumps that they do after games. That's that goaltender sisterhood, and I'm really proud of both of them.
And then it probably won't show up on the score sheet, but just can you talk about the play that Emily Lorenzi made at the end of the game to keep the puck deep in the zone and then force DeYoung to have to come back in the net with about 20 seconds left?
I just saw her coming up the hallway here, and she is just such an unsung star for us with all the little things that she does down low. Goalie out defense, she's a big part of that. She did a great job getting the puck cleared, and then obviously to really kill some time down low and force that face-off from the blue line down was big.
So now moving forward, the dynamic kind of changes a little bit, I guess. You go from a 3-game series to now just a 1 game. Is that something that kind of changes the game plan at all, or is it just still that 1 game at a time mentality for you guys?
This is one of the reasons we stay in this mindset and stay in this process all year, right from day one when we start training camp, to take things 1 day at a time. We got an opportunity right now to get a little bit of rest, an extra day on Sunday, recoup and recover a little bit, savor it for a few minutes. This is a really nice first step for this team in terms of accomplishing this season with how hard we fought to gain home ice, and then we'll hit the reset button on Monday and get back to work.
And speaking of resetting, going up against a pretty good Syracuse team, second ranked in the CHA, they were the ones that knocked you guys out of the tournament last year. Is that in your mind at all, or is that something that you just push to the back burner now?
I just think the rivalry piece, we actually talked about it in the locker room, just chomping at the bit, can't wait to engage in that matchup. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And then last question for you, goals from Laura Bowman and Shannon Yoxheimer. They're kind of playing leapfrog at the top of the scoring charts for you guys, 42 goals now both to lead your program. Can you just speak on what both of them have done for your program as a whole?
They're consummate competitors, they're consummate team players, and I can tell you for sure the thing on their mind is the W today, and they're all about team success, and I just am so proud of both of them for how much they contribute, not only on the offensive side of the puck, but the job they do defensively as well. Shannon had a great 2-way game also.
Just one question about the top line production and continued success today, +2 last night, +2 today. What's been clicking with them?
They have tremendous verbal and nonverbal communication. Laura, Amy, obviously for over a decade at this point, and you add the hockey IQ of Hannah Bram to that mix, and you saw that kind of, it wasn't a power play goal, but it started with puck possession at the end of that power play. And they just have a knack for finding each other, and when they take care of their responsibilities on defense, it helps them that much more offensively. They really had their feet moving today.